So guys, we continue on the never-ending search for more power. Uh, this is going to be regarding drive shafts. So a lot of you guys already know, this is an option for the 124 scale micros that we have. It is a metal drive shaft, and it's originally designed for the WPLs, but it works perfectly for our micros. One issue you will find is that you have to shorten them for something like the barrage. I marked it on this one. That's about as much as you would need to shorten this one to actually work on the barrage. So that will have to be cut off, and then of course you gotta cut that piece from the inside as well. But it works really good, when you have stock motors and gearing and all that stuff. But when you get into bigger power, bigger motors, faster motors, you run into this issue right here. As you can tell, that little pin came out. It was actually ripped out by the motor, the torque on the motor. So it's the same fail that you will have on your plastic ones. It's the same part that breaks, but this one obviously is a metal piece. So that's the tiny little pin that goes in there, and of course very easy to drop. So this tiny little pin actually goes pressed into that hole, and that's what keeps it in place. But that design is not really all that good, because anytime you put enough pressure on it, it just comes off. So this is no longer an option, at least not for me. It works for a lot of you guys. If you're not running like really strong motors, this is perfect. But it's a perfect replacement for the original one, but no longer for me. So I went on and moved on to this, which I have not tested yet. I just got them in today. These are originally also designed for WPLs, but they're a little more beefy. Main thing on them is that same pin actually goes through the whole piece. So it's a whole long rod in there, and it's held in with these little springs here. Now I could already tell you this is going to be a problem. These springs, you could pretty much push them apart with your fingernail, which means that little pin inside is going to find its way around, and it's going to push its way through more than likely. So what I'm going to do to alleviate that problem is I'm going to put some shrink wrap, just electric wire shrink wrap, right here, and it'll hold everything in place, and that way that little shaft is not going to come out of there. These should be a lot stronger. I know this one came with a little defect. It seems like this one is sticking out a little bit more than that side. So I don't think that's going to be an issue, because I'm going to be running it pretty close to here. So it's not going to come off more than likely. But if it becomes a problem, I'll just press it in a little more. Anyways, this will work, but not for the barrage. There's really no easy way for you to shorten this. There's really no way for you to shorten this, really. And that's a problem, because it is substantially longer than what this one is. And this one is full length as of right now. I haven't even cut that piece that I will have to cut to be able to use it in the barrage. So this is out of the question for the barrage. I have really high hopes for this to be able to work on the barrage, but sadly it's not gonna work at all. So yeah, that sucks. Apart from that, I guess keep using this ones for now until we find something else. I will be using this one though for my F-off build. It's really not an F-off, it's a rock bouncer. This is Fat Girl, and this is a really old build. It's like almost 6 years now that I built this guy, and it works really good for a lot of power, because it's made out of brass tubing, and it's all soldered together and all that. It looks really nasty right now because I've redone it so many times and repainted it, and I beat it up pretty bad and broken some stuff off. Got to redo that solder there because it came off from a big fall. But anyways, I'm going to be printing these out. I'm actually working on perfecting the design on Inventor right now. And I'll be posting this one for multiple different axles and drivetrains and all that stuff. So these, hopefully this week I'll be putting these up on Shapeways. But I'll be printing one so that I could use with the brushless conversion. The 1/18 brushless, which is that really big motor, extremely fast. So I'll be using that with these, and hopefully these will be able to take the power, because that rig is the one that destroyed these. I broke 2 of these, and then this last one got broken by my little barrage with the 180 motor, which I have it geared a little bit slower now. And I put these on, and I guess I might have gotten caught on a rock or something. I didn't even realize it, but it took that piece off. And because I wanted to make this video, I searched and searched. I even had to get a magnet and everything, trying to look for it, and I finally found it. So yeah, lots of work trying to find that in between a whole bunch of little rocks. But anyways, that didn't work. The 180 just completely destroyed it, so it sucks. But we'll see. I'll make use of this. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll try to get it done this week, hopefully, and we'll see what it turns out. I'm also gonna fix the suspension on this, because the way I had this on my previous videos, I didn't really have a functional suspension. This was more for show, because this was more of a show piece that I had. It was mainly for crawling, and then I made it a F-off, which I should have put some real shocks in there. But I'll be doing that this time around. Probably gonna go with these little guys. These are all oil filled, and they actually function as shocks. So more likely I'll be running these with Fat Girl, and that should make it actually work really good. So I'm looking forward to using these on that one. And then of course I'll have to play with what kind of weight oil I put in there, and you know, whether I'm gonna adjust the spring and all that good stuff. You can make it a little tighter. I don't think that I'll go so tight, but we'll see, because you need kind of a stiff suspension for this. If not, it starts wobbling all over the place because of the torque steer, torque twist. You know, it flexes the whole body to the side because it's driveshaft driven, and that motor has entirely too much power. So we'll see. Anyway, we're gonna be working on that. Hopefully I'll take a break from the barrage for a little bit and start posting some new stuff on this. So wow, this video was all over the place. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll try and keep you guys posted and try and be quick about it. We'll see.